So I'm going to be showing you guys my growth portfolio here on Robinhood. This is where I kind of invest in a little bit more of risky stocks. So normally I do like dividend investing, long-term stuff with M1 Finance, and you guys can check out videos here on the channel. But today we're going to do my Robinhood portfolio kind of update and breakdown. So we'll look and see what we're doing and how we're having that all. I'm going to switch over to a smaller screen here. So let's kind of take a look here. So currently I have about $2,200 in my portfolio. We ended the day in a positive over $27, which is about 1.26%. If we look at the last week, it's been pretty down week here, about down about $90, which is 3.8%. If we go look at the last month, we're still positive though, almost $300 positive, which is 16%. And then the last 3 months, we're up almost 62%, which is 857. The year gets really skewed here. We're about, it says $1,500, but it's not really the case for the most part. So we're just going to stick up to the 3 months. Let's go ahead and kind of show you some of my stocks. You can see all of them here on the right-hand side. Just double check and make sure everything is on the screen here. So my number one stock, well, not my number one stock, but one of my top stocks here is Space, which is the Virgin Galactic Holdings. Right now, I am up almost 139%, which is about $380. So pretty excited about this one. You can see my average price and for the stock is $21, and it's what, $51.50. Let's see, where was it? Like, look at this. Like, not even a month ago, you could have got in at $31. So I plan on holding this one for a long time. Normally with these stocks that I have here on Robinhood, I could sell them at the flip of a hat if I really want to. I'm not really worried about the long-term holds on these ones. That's what my M1 Finance account is for, which I'll link up at the end of this video if you guys want to kind of check those ones out. Then I have Carvana. Now, here's one thing I do want to kind of open up. $2,200, not a lot of money in this account. I got like almost 23,000 in my long term. This stuff is all kind of riskier, like I said. So one, I don't have a lot in it, so I want to keep that percentage small in comparison to my overall investing. So I'll start adding more in as my regular investing starts to grow. But then also two, I don't own a lot of shares because I don't have a lot of money in here. So keep that in mind. I mean, if you're also still just getting started too, like hopefully this makes you feel better that not every YouTuber has, $10,000 in one single stock. And look at this. In my Carvana, I have 0.43 shares or 0.44 shares, which is about 44% of one share. But even with that, and this is what I love about fractional shares, I'm up almost 50%, which is $44. So to me, that is awesome. Like, I absolutely love that with fractional shares. So I'm able to get into companies at smaller amounts by just going through the dollar amount, not necessarily the stock price. So hopefully that helps other people too in that process. So Carvana I've had for a little while now. Let's see, in the last 3 months, about 37%. So I've definitely held on to this stock for quite some time now. Where was my average price? Because my average cost is 206. So I think I got in like right around here, maybe bought a little bit more over there. So it's looking pretty good with Carvana. Again, almost half a share, nothing too crazy. I also got Twilio here. So Twilio, I'm probably saying it wrong, so you guys can make fun of me in the comments there. So this one right over here, I'm actually up 45% in total returns, which is $44, considering the fact I only have 0.33 shares, so about 33% of one share. My cost is $99, but if I sold right now, it'd be $143. So up a pretty decent amount. Obviously, just like anybody else, if I knew better, if I knew I was going to do that, I would have thrown in more. But again, since this is riskier stuff for me, I'm not putting as much all at once. I'm doing smaller increments. Of course, we got Tesla in here as well too. This one I have a little over one share. And you can see I'm up 200% on this one, which is an additional $533, which is pretty incredible, honestly. Like that's pretty cool. Now, my average price here is $256. I actually bought and sold Tesla a few times before the split when they were like skyrocketing last January. So just kind of something to kind of mention there. Also too, if I go back to my Space stock, I do have 12.83 shares. This one I actually do kind of plan on holding somewhat long term. I think I mentioned that, but just in general, I do have a little bit more shares in this stock than most others. Then we got ARK. So this is the ETF. I'm kind of using this as like a diverse way to be investing risky, I guess you can say. Kind of strange, I guess. But this one I have 0.655 shares, up about 20% so far on this stock. So pretty excited about that. I'm excited to see if we can keep going up on that one. And then what else we got here? We got Zoom. So Zoom is actually probably one of my worst performers right now. So I'm actually down about 9% on this stock. I actually started dollar cost averaging a little bit here just because I do kind of plan on holding Zoom for a little bit longer. My hope was that getting in, selling out maybe a little bit. I did that with Beyond Meat when they announced their like partnership with, who was it? Pepsi. They jumped up quite a bit. Let me see really quick. Let me kind of jump to this. I'll show you here. So you can see, so I did some market buys back October, and then I sold. So what did I sell? So I had about almost half a share. I sold at 188. I wonder if it tells me what my actual share prices were. That one was for 176. Let's see if I can find out what close to what my average maybe was. I kept buying in like $5 at a time, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, I see about like 88, 130, 134, 128. So I know I made a decent profit from that, and it jumped up so quickly that I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and sell this. Maybe I'll buy it back in later if I wanted to, but that's the case. So anyways, so Zoom, I'm going to dollar cost average a little bit more. You can see my average is 459 for the price point, and it's at 417, so I'll probably do a little bit of that. I only have 0.14 shares, so nothing too dramatic there. We got Airbnb here. When Airbnb launched, I did buy a share, and then I bought a little bit more in, so I have 1.29 shares. This one I'm up 25% on, which is pretty cool. I do kind of plan on holding Airbnb a little longer, so I don't know if I want to keep them in my Robinhood account. Same thing with the space stock, or if I want to move them over to like M1 Finance or something like that too. But I do like these companies, so I'm going to be buying more into them, dollar cost average and whatnot. Then we got Pinterest. I only own 0.19 shares, so 19% of one share, but I'm already up 10% on the stock here. I kind of like Pinterest. I think it'll be interesting to see where it goes over the next couple of months, so we'll kind of keep an eye out on that one. We got Etsy here as well too. So Etsy, I have 0.08 shares, so about 8% of a share. I'm only up about 1.1% total, so I'm not really up on this at all. I'm pretty much broken even there. It was actually down until today, so not bad. But I think long term, Etsy will be a very interesting stock to be looking at. And then we have this one is probably, I don't know why, but Loan Depot. I bought into them at $30, and right now I'm down 22%. It's a lot. I don't mind showing you guys my mistakes as much as I show you guys, some of my successes as well. So I got 1.36 shares. I'm probably going to dollar cost average on this now. You can see here just in the last day it dropped $2.60. So a huge chunk continues to drop. So I'll probably, buy more into them, lower my dollar cost average, and then, obviously hoping that they go, I would say around like $40 to $60, give or take. Is where I'm kind of seeing it total. So I'll probably end up, dollar cost averaging probably on Monday when all this is out and everything too. So I'll get onto that as well too. So those are going to be like my starting stocks, but I do plan on either like adding some more or selling some of these as well too, because a lot of it's going to just depend on, where I can see opportunities. I don't need to buy and sell like same day. I'm not going to be a day trader necessarily, but if something like Beyond Meat happens where I have the opportunity to, let me switch the screens here, have the opportunity to, get 30% on my money in like just a short time because the stock just skyrockets. Depending on why it skyrockets, I might do that. Space for me skyrocketed, right? You saw how like I bought my average price is like $20. So it's more than doubled, but I don't want to sell it yet. I have, belief that it's going to go higher long term. I'm very, very optimistic about that. So, we'll see long term. You guys can let me know in the comments too, what are some of the stocks you're looking into and see opportunities for. I know one for me that a lot of people are talking about is, typed it in backwards. CCIV. I've seen a lot of people talking about this stock. So, I was looking into it. I didn't buy into it yet, which I'm glad because it went down 8% in a single day. It's going back up here in the aftermarkets too, which is not bad. But yeah, you can see the spike up here from 38 to 53 in a very short time. So we'll kind of see how that goes. If I want to get into something like this, I got to keep bringing more into it. You guys can let me know if you guys are getting into Churchill Capital or any of those other stocks that might be interesting to you guys. I would like to know because I do want to start building this portfolio up a little bit more when it comes to like the riskier stocks, things that are not, long-term investing, things that, yeah, maybe in a couple of years I can sell, make a healthy profit, and then turn around and use that money for something else as well too. But let me know in the comments down below so we can keep on learning and growing together, because I think that's going to be a big thing. But I want you to keep on watching more on the channel too. So if you want to check out my long-term investing and my M1 finance portfolio, check out my video right over here to learn exactly all about that. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you in that next video.